Hello and welcome to Surface Design by Mary Jane. Today we're going to do a bouquet of roses. So this is a continuation of the loose floral series, and today we're going to use soft mauve, blue, grey and pink. And of course green, sap green, and I'm using a bluey green as well, almost like a turquoise colour. So here the soft mauve has been painted in C shapes to form the rose. In the center it's going to be a little bit darker, as you can see. Now I'm doing little bell-like blue flowers. Very simple, easy, and adds nice variety to this bouquet. Now I'm adding the slightly darker purple rose, and once again using the brush to make C shapes. You can be really random here because that's what a rose looks like. It looks very random. The petals are circular and clustered. So now I'm going to use some daisy-shaped flowers that are smaller, and it breaks up the larger flowers and adds a little bit of variety to the bouquet, and it fills in nicely. Of course, trying to vary the shape of the flower, one facing, the others looking up. As you can see, I've left quite a bit of space in between each flower. That allows me to plan a little bit as I go, and also to think about where I might put the leaves and how I might join these flowers together. Starting to enclose the bouquet with some leaves, randomly putting them in and trying to make them look like they're attached to the stem, but they don't necessarily have to be. So I'm going to add some more florals at the top, smaller daisy-like petals here. And I'm going to add, I think, some grey berries and some lavender style flowers, filling in the centers with something that's a little bit darker, gives it a bit more definition. Varying the colors here so that I get a nice mix of color. So here I'm putting in the slightly grey rose. I've used white mixed with some Payne's grey, and of course once again using C shapes and making the center a little bit darker. I'm going to balance it out by putting this same rose down here at the bottom. Now, as you can see, I have 4 flowers, and generally speaking I like to do 3 large ones and put smaller ones in between, but I think this is going to work. So it shows you that you don't always have to stick to the rules. It just depends on how you place these flowers. Now I'm using the turquoisey green, which is also sort of a strange color to add here, but I thought it might be interesting to try the 2 greens together and see how we can incorporate a little bit of difference in the greenery and get away with it being slightly odd. So this is a good example of how you need to experiment with your colors, because there are many rules about how you put colors together, but it's also part of what makes your work unique when you try different things. Once again, you have to think about where you're going to stop, because you can keep adding and adding and adding, and then you can actually ruin your painting. So I think I'm getting close to being finished here, but there's just a few more little bits I'd like to add, a little bit more greenery, especially down by the stems. And I also wanted to add in the smaller berries, because it's nice to see the different sizes of each floral item. That gives it so much more interest. It's okay to, when you're painting, to cross over the painting you've done already, because in real life plants do mingle and do cross over each other. Here I'm putting in the simple berries, which adds nice shape variety to this bouquet. As you can see, I've used some very simple shapes in this bouquet, and so you don't have to get fancy to have a nice painting. So we are doing a loose floral. If I was to do a more detailed botanical, of course, I'd be more interested in getting my flowers more accurate in detail. But that's a whole different style of painting. So this painting will look nice framed, but I can also use some of the flower elements to put onto fabric. If I'm very happy with one in particular, I can Photoshop that flower out and reprint it in many different ways and many different colors. So there's many uses for this style of painting. You're not just limited to a print that goes on your wall. Here I'm being a little bold, putting in the turquoise green. I haven't used a lot of it, but I have used it in places here and there, and I think it actually worked quite well, don't you? I hope these paintings are giving you some ideas and it's making you more interested in painting. It takes away the fear when you think about doing very simple flowers and doing it very loosely. If you're interested in having something specific painted, you can always let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other ideas, we can talk about them. If you have any questions about the painting, please be sure to leave them below, and I'll also leave the names of all the paints that I've used so that you can try and replicate this in your own style. Of course, I'd be very happy if you'd share this video with others so that they can learn to paint too. And I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel, so I really am wanting to have people who love to paint follow me, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun and we can learn lots of things together. So please subscribe to my channel, and also if you want to check out what I do with my paintings, you can go to my website www.surfacedesignbymaryjane.com. If anybody is interested in doing a collaboration with me where, say, we decide on a painting and they do the small flowers and I do the large, and then we put it together, something like that, we can try that. That might be kind of fun. So let me know if you're interested in some sort of collaboration as well in the comments below, or contact me on my website. I'm just putting little dark spots at the bottom of each berry that makes it look more like it's attached to the stem. And I'm going to add a few more leaves down here. Again, using the turquoise. It's such a pretty color. So I think I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me with this painting. I hope you had fun, and since it's a new year, I hope you have a really good new year. 2020 sounds so far off, but it's not, it's here. Thanks again, we'll see you next time.